Hey everyone, I hope your day is going well. I wanted to make a quick video. I want to first start off by saying I hope you guys enjoyed your New Year's. Hoping you guys have a happy and prosperous New Year's. And let's kick off 2016 right. A lot of people been inboxing me. Number one, where's the book? I'm working on it as we speak. I am so sorry for the delay. The book will give you information on how to remove collections off your credit and also how to deal with the subject that I'm getting to in this video, with how to navigate through lawsuits from a debt collector or even a original collector. Also, always want to thank you guys for taking the time to view the videos and share the videos. I really appreciate you. So let me first start off this video. I'm not a lawyer. This does not constitute legal advice. This is my personal experience. If you are experiencing some kind of lawsuit or any legal issue, it's always best to consult an attorney. This will give you a starting point so you can select the right attorney. Just like there's many kind of doctors, they're special in different realms and area of health, there's different kind of lawyers. If you are representing yourself, this information will give you a good starting point. So I wrote some notes, so I might be looking down. So let's begin. Always remember to look at the type of debt. The reason why you want to look at the type of debt, each state have a statute of limitations a lot of times for certain kinds of debt. What that means, a person, a business have a certain amount of time where they can initiate a lawsuit against you in that state legally. Does not mean that they cannot file that lawsuit. You have to follow your state's court rules on how to let the court know that that lawsuit is outside the statute of limitations. So you want to be aware of that. Also, you want to know the age of the debt. The reason why, most of the times, the older the debt is, the harder it is for the person that's suing you or business that's suing you to come up with the evidence that they need to prove their case out. So you want to be careful when you're talking to especially collection companies if they're suing you, or their attorneys, what information that you are giving them, because a lot of times they don't have that information. So you want to be very mindful. So be careful with what you're saying. If you have an attorney, most states require them to talk to your attorney, and they should not be reaching out to you at all if you have legal representation. Thirdly, you want to know who's suing you. This is big because when it comes down to third-party debt collectors, if they're suing you, they have to show where they have a legal right to collect on that debt. It's not illegal to sell or purchase debt. But the problem is, when it comes down to credit cards, people don't have a signed contract. It's very rare. When you receive that card in the mail, most people just start to use the card and don't send back the contract. So this is very, very problematic when it comes for third-party collectors, because you have to agree where you and the original creditor, you had to agree for them to be able to sell that debt. So when you have a mortgage, you sit down and sign your life away. When you get a car loan, you sign, and usually you're assigning the right for them to be able to sell the debt. This is also problematic for credit card companies, even where they stand. They're not able to prove out their initial, or what you agreed to for your initial interest rate, terms and agreements, just different types of charges that they can charge you. And most states require for that to be put in writing. So if they cannot produce that, a lot of charges might not even be legal in your state, and you can always deny it altogether that that was what you agreed to. So a lot of times they just send you the card in regular mail, and they're not sending it legally. I'm not saying legally, but they're not sending it to you certified where they have some kind of track record of what they're saying, and a lot of this is brochures anyway. So you can always debate on that end or create and build a case on that end because they're required to prove out their case. Also, you need to know your court rules. Court rules, very important. A lot of states require before a suit is initiated that you must give notice of your intent to sue. Here in New Jersey is 30 days. So before you can even initiate a lawsuit, you have to fairly let the other side know that I'm about to sue you if you don't rectify or pay, pay the debt. So a lot of times if they didn't follow those procedures before the suit, it can be thrown out and they can bring it back again. Also, where they're serving you, they have to serve you where you live majority of the time in states. So you want to make sure the service is correct. Some of them have to serve you with a sheriff or officer serving you. So you want to be aware of that also. What's your court rules? When you are retaining an attorney, always make sure you have somebody that's going to fight for you, not take money from you and just want to negotiate out. So I hope this stuff is beneficial to you guys. God bless and enjoy your day.